Here's a super quick tip. If your 2 beaters are coming back looking something like this, chances are the lift pedal isn't tight enough because it's got extra weight to deal with. So what you do is you just tighten the lift spring about 1/4 inch more. Put the 2 beaters to the head and you should find that they come back at the same speed like so. Of course, also make sure that the beater head is flat when it hits the drum head by rotating that top head there of the screw. Because the screws in the pedal are very soft, for example the connecting rod screws, I've used stainless steel Allen screws, which I think are M6. You can get them from DIY shops, and if they're about 1 inch long you just saw 1/2 inch off them. So there's about 1/2 inch of thread and away you go. Right, another quick tip for you. It's often people complain that the slave pedal is a lot slower compared to the master pedal. That's because of the bearings here and at the other side, which add more resistance. So what you want to do is disconnect the top plate and the bolt, keep them safe, take the chain off, disconnect the rod, and now you have a free pedal. Now what you want to do is turn it over to the bearing race and fill this full of bearing lubricant or a thicker lithium based or PTFE based lubricant, not WD-40 because it's too thin and it just washes out the grease that'll probably already be in there that's maybe dry. When you've done that, keep your pedal like that and put a drill on the end if you want with a rubber pipe or a flex link and spin the cam round. Simple as that, and just keep doing it until you feel it get real smooth, and before long you should be able to do that and no resistance at all, like a bearing should be. Now I've got the basics of the heel toe technique down, of rocking your foot backwards and forwards. You'll probably find you want more power and more volume from the double bass technique. So I've just angled the footboard higher up, and you'll probably find it a bit strange at first, and then you'll realise it becomes more fluid and better. Also angle your beater back to compensate, so you don't have your beater here or right back here. It still wants to be 8 inches, and you'll find you've got a lot of oomph in your playing. And also the beater balancers, I've slid them all the way down to the bottom of my pedals, just because it's more extra weight and it just serves as a memory lock more than anything. So if you ever adjust it for another person's bass, because you've got to remember that no matter what bass drum you're playing on, preferably you want these beaters to be here in the centre of the head to get the best sound, and also make sure that they're angled right so they hit the surface flat, not at an angle. Another little thing on another video that I saw was, I never realised at first, was sliding the beater shaft right across the spindle of the slave pedal. If you can slide it as far as you can towards the right hand cam without it grinding against the side or catching, you'll find that the beaters will hit in the centre of the head better, and you get a better sound and more rebound. So instead of the right pedal being in the centre and getting the full sound, and the left hand pedal sort of going off to the left a bit, you'll find that they both hit roughly in the centre now. A shameless plug here, but it's the WD-40 Magic Pen. Right, it's just WD-40 in a pen basically, and like a permanent marker felt tip. And what you want to do, you can put it where you want, but I apply a little bit on the bottom of the spring there, and also there, just to stop it from grinding, because the metal on metal is quite a lot of wear and tear on the pedal itself. On the master beater, if you disconnect it and rotate the cam round, it should reveal these 2 screws here and that one. Make sure they're tight as well, because obviously with the main beater in there, these ones can work a bit loose, and that's part of the clicking noise that often pedals will get. Now all this nonsense about having ABEC rated bearings and all that in your pedal is it's a load of rubbish. All you need to do is keep it oiled, and just for your interest, this is how smooth it is. The rattling noise is just the slave pedal going up and down, but it's a good sign that there's minimal effort in the playing. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed it, and give it a go and keep your pedal clean and tidy, because it'll last longer.